Hi, do you want to know the 3 secrets that helped me become a successful investor and trader in the stock market? I am Nitin Lalwani. I'm a stock trading strategist, trader, and coach. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 secrets which can help anyone become successful in the stock market. Let me share with you over here. Secret number 1. Secret number 1 holds 40% weightage of how you will be successful. If you have mastered this is almost half the battle won. Whether you apply this in the stock market or anywhere else, I can assure you this is actually half the battle won. What is the secret? This is mindset. What is the mindset? Your mindset is basically your belief system. It addresses what you have been brought up with. What are your beliefs about the stock market? One person may have negative beliefs. Someone says, "Oh, I'm not tech friendly. I am too old. I am too young to invest. I have a lot of time on hand." But as long as you change this mindset into a positive mindset, this will not be you won't get that success in the stock market, because as long as you believe that you can, it will not happen. So you need to work around your mindset to make sure that you are in a positive environment. Now, coming to positive environment, it is the affiliations that you have, it is the people that you are associated with. You could be having some colleagues at work, some other people, some friends who would always tell you that, "Oh, the stock market is a place for the big players. Retail investors do not make money over here." So this is not a conducive environment. You need to change your association. You need to change your circle and be with people who are always pushing you upwards, pushing you forward, and they do not say that this is not possible. Whatever you put your mind to is possible, because whatever you focus on expands. As long as you focus on something positive, it will always expand. If you focus on the negative, it will expand. So one very famous quote or saying is, "Whether you think you can or you cannot, you're always right." So if you think that you cannot do it, that will prove to be right for you. If you think you can do it, that will be right for you. The other thing about having the right mindset is having the right habits. If you are in the habit of doing things in the right fashion, in the right way, you have discipline in whatever you do, you're bound to get success even in the stock market. If you have a habit of being disciplined, if you have a habit of being on time, because time and tide wait for no one. Now, if in the market also, if you want to be a successful trader, you need to have a lot of discipline. You need to have rules which guide you, and you follow those rules to get massive success. You need to have control over your fears, these fears that guide you. What if I fail? As long as you have not tried, you cannot fail. So it's okay to fail at times. And as long as you don't fail, you will not have reached the ladder. You would not have climbed that ladder of success. So I would really want you to fail, and fail fast, so that you can climb that ladder of success really fast. The other is to have in the mindset, you need to prime your emotions. You need to have control over your emotions. Now, when you talk about emotions, whenever you bring emotions into trading, that is the time you will either be stuck with a small profit, or probably you will take a big loss. So whenever you're trading or you're investing, always be guided with a set of rules and never get your emotions into the trade. Because if you get your emotions into your business, it is a sure shot disaster. Say if you're into any other trade and probably you have a client who's not paying you, but you're emotionally connected and you keep supplying either goods or services, and eventually that person goes bankrupt. This is when you have brought in your emotions into business and eventually faced a loss. In the same way, when you invest in a particular stock or you trade a particular stock, if you think that you have bought it and it should go up only, and if it goes down, if it goes against you, you don't get out of that by booking a small loss, you're in for a bigger loss. So this is how you need to control your emotions. You need to channelize your emotions and put it in a system. You need to follow a system. And most importantly, you need to have a clear vision, a clear goal on which you act. What I mean by a clear vision is you need to chalk down, you need to write down, you need to jot down, you need to look at it every day. How much do you want to earn from the market? What is it? Why do you want to earn from the stock market? So as long as you don't have this clear vision, you will not be able to walk a path. Say, if I just tell you to keep walking somewhere, keep walking, you might get tired and you might deviate from that road. But if you have a set target, if you have a goal in mind, if I have to reach Delhi, I will probably drive in that direction and I will take all the steps required to reach Delhi. So having that proper vision, that goal is very essential. This is how you prime your mind. There are ways how you can get your mind in the right direction, wherein success is sure to kiss your feet. So as long as you're not working on your mindset, it won't happen. So in the stock market, you need to have a very prime state of mind to be successful. Getting on to the next secret, let me tell you, this holds equal weightage and very important is money management. Secret number 2 is money management. You may have seen a lot of people, I would say a lot of celebrities that you see or sports persons. They really made a lot of money, but they could not manage it well. And eventually you see they're down big time. They're into crazy debts. They have nothing, not even a good house to live in, or probably they're in shambles. So it is very essential, whether you're earning 10,000 a month or 10 lakhs a month or 10 crores a month, you need to manage your money well. How is it, how much do you spend of what you earn? That is very essential. How much of your income are you putting to investment or savings, and where are you investing? How much risk are you taking whenever you're investing it or whenever you're saving it? Or how much risk are you taking by spending it the way that you are spending? All comes under money management. If you have managed your money in the right way, then you will never have issues. Say, if you are spending less than 60% of what you earn, you will never have money issues, because you will always have something that you have invested or saved somewhere, which in itself should be earning something for you. Your money should be earning money for you. So when I say this, you will always have some retirement fund, because if you look at it in the right way, we all are going to get old someday. We all are going to get physically weaker someday. So in that day, we will not be able to perform the same way that we are being able to do it today. So in that case, you should have invested your money in such a way wherein you will get returns all your life. And this is planning your future. The other important thing about money management is how much are you investing in your own education. The traditional schooling and college degrees that we had are now done with. Now you need to keep upgrading your knowledge system to keep growing. Another famous quote or saying is, if you are not growing, you are dying. So it is very important to invest in your education. A certain sum of whatever you earn needs to be invested in educating yourself, because you are the most important component of your money management. As long as you do not invest in your education, you're not going to grow. And in order to keep pace with this world, you need to constantly grow. Importantly, a part of money management is also how much do you give back to society? How much do you donate? How much do you give to charity? This is something very close to my heart, because all that I have got is from the environment around me. So it is my duty, or even your duty, to give back to society what you have received. And this is a law of nature. As long as you don't give, you will not receive. So if you want to only receive, this will not be possible. The day you start giving, you will realize that you feel in a much happier place, and this will help you receive exponentially, because the pleasure is in giving and not receiving. You need to receive, but in order to receive, you first need to give. You first plant a seed and then you get the fruits. So it is very important to put something to charity, something for donation. It does not matter how you do it or where you do it, but it is most important that you do it. Not everybody will be able to donate money, or in terms of money or things, but charity could also be giving your time, giving your knowledge, sharing your expertise with someone who is deprived of it. That is also charity. So it is important, very important, to segregate and allocate your funds. Whatever you earn every month should be allocated and segregated into different components. Say a component would be for your necessities, for your spending. A component would be for charity. A component would be for investing in your education. A component has to be investing for your future, so that you don't have to work all your life to earn your bread and butter. Whatever you're earning now, put something to investment, so that those investments will make sure that you are in a comfortable position whether you work or not. And that is the day when you will work with pleasure. It will not be a burden to work. Most people today get up and go to work because it is a burden. When you invest in the right way, that day will come when you will work for pleasure. So as long as you don't manage your money well, that will not happen. It is very important to manage your risk. Are you really risking too much, or you are risking too little? How much should you be risking? It is very important. Whether you are spending extravagantly or you are a very spontaneous spender is in itself a risk. Or if you are a miser and you are saving too much, that in itself is also a risk. So you need to manage and balance your risk in such a way that you should not either be taking too much risk or you're taking too little risk, wherein in either way you're not growing. So this is about money management. Coming to secret number 3. Although however important it may be in the stock market, this still holds only 20% of the weightage. I can tell you out of experience, I used to give this secret 80% weightage and think that this is the only thing that is going to make me successful in the stock market. And this is a herd mentality. This is what happens with everyone. Everyone wants to know what will be Where will I earn money? Which stock? How? That method. So the secret number 3 is the method. People think that if they have the right method to invest, to trade, and they will be successful. Whereas this is a myth which was broken, and only lessons of life, lessons of trading, my experience taught me that this actually holds only 20% weightage in being successful in the stock market. I was running after strategy, trying to get the right entry, exit, and systems. But I realized that as long as I am not in a prime state of mind, as long as I have not had a conducive environment, this is not possible. I started training my mind to get there. And then came the hurdle of money management. I was taking too much risk. I was earning a lot of money and I was constantly losing a lot of money. So then I went to my coaches, my trainers. I learned how to manage my money. And that is where I understood what was going wrong. So with the right state of mind and with the right money management, then my methods started working. The methods that I used to invest or save in the stock market are technical analysis, because I tried to understand fundamental analysis, but that is too deep a study. That is too time consuming, and by the time I do that, I have missed out on the bus, is what I think. Technical analysis helped me understand the short term, the medium term, and the long term moves based on the kinds of charts I see. So technical analysis is the method that I got. In that, there are various strategies based on different market conditions that can be applied. So it is very important. The most important thing is to have the right mindset and the right money management system, which will help you capitalize on technical analysis and the right strategy in technical analysis. With this, I've shared with you the 3 secrets, and with this, I am kicking off a new series of videos, which is the mind, money, and method. These 3 M's are the most important keys to being successful in the stock market. In my next video, I will be sharing with you what exactly are trends, how we can capitalize on these trends, and I will be sharing with you a system how we can apply it and make money in the stock market. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share this if you have found this information useful for you. Keep spreading the knowledge. Thank you so much.